Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and I am going to be talking about my 8-month breastfeeding journey. So pretty much just going into my breastfeeding journey, my daughter is 8 months old and I have a 2.5-year-old as well. Breastfeeding for me has pretty much just been a whirlwind. Don't mind that noise, my daughter is in her high chair over here. She'll probably make an appearance in this video. My 8-month journey has been very interesting. I am an exclusive breastfeeder, so I exclusively feed my daughter breast milk with the variations of some food involved as well, which I'll get into. So first of all, how it's been going. It's pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. My daughter, I feel like, is very different than the average breastfeeding child just because she's very clingy. And of course, I know everyone will say, you know, well, breastfed children are very clingy, but she is like, it's very hard to get her to do many different things. She does not take a pacifier. She barely likes to eat purees just because she's still coming into the flavors that she likes. So that makes it kind of tough. I've talked to many different lactation specialists, and the most recent one that I spoke with did let me know a few months ago that, you know, some children they go through phases. Some children really are very needy when it comes to breastfeeding, and she explained that her children, like one of her sons, wouldn't even let her like walk out of the door, to the point where she always had to be near him. I am a stay-at-home mom, so thank goodness. It does give me a little bit of anxiety when it comes to like getting ready to go to doctor's appointments by myself or going to just do things for myself. Like I said, it's been 8 months, so it's tough to just try different things, and I want to try formula, but I don't want my breast milk to dry up. So if you have any tips, comment down below and I'll be sure to take heed to any comments that are helpful. Going into next, how many times a day does she feed? So she feeds, honestly, when we went to the doctor and they are like, oh, she should be feeding 8 to 10 times a day, and that was a while ago. That was probably at her like 6-month checkup. I was looking like a little concerned because she does not feed that often. And I've talked to a few friends who breastfeed and who are still breastfeeding like their older children, like maybe 2.5 years old. And you know, I'm not alone in that aspect where, you know, she doesn't take a passy. So it does happen to seem that she is using me as a pacifier to go to sleep. She doesn't sleep in her crib. She co-sleeps. Like, all of these things are intertwined, that seem to be the breastfeeding is helping her go along with these habits that she has. My goal next year is going to be probably to wean her off right at that year mark, hopefully, maybe sooner depending on things changing. I am kind of figuring different things out, like, am I going to start my cycle back as, you know, my breastfeeding journey comes to an end, or as it, like, you know, as she does kind of wean off, because she started solids and different things like that, purees and different food pouches. It's just kind of like, I'm not 100% sure if that will bring my cycle back, which I have read that possibly, you know, could make your milk supply decrease or increase. Some people says it increases, but it's not an easy journey, and I just wanted to document this because I know there are other moms out here who might be struggling the same way I am, and I've been looking for people on social media or just like YouTube videos of people in their journey of exclusively breastfeeding. I don't think I would choose to exclusively breastfeed again, just because it's very demanding, and you know, being able to pump, I wasn't producing as much at the beginning when I wanted to pump. Getting on a pumping schedule right after she wants to feed was really tough for me. So I just decided to exclusively exclusively breastfeed because I was able to stay home with her as a stay-at-home mom. So that is some of the struggles, just dealing with those struggles, not being able to go as many places as I would like or just do as many things. I'm kind of in that feeling that it is a sacrifice season right now, and I love the journey of breastfeeding. I do love the bond that it has created for us, and I would not take it back. So this is Reagan. She just had a snack, so she might have some crumbs on her face, but she was not feeling that high chair over there. But these are kind of some of the things I mean, like she's very clingy. When she gets frustrated with my 2-year-old, I did remember that there were times where, you know, I could just set her down and she completely, you know, tend to herself and play and watch TV and different things, play with different toys. Reagan is a little bit different, which it's taking me an adjustment to kind of get used to. She just is very demanding, which every child is different, so I'm just kind of rolling with it as it goes and hoping that it changes as she's able to walk. So some of the things that she does eat in every day, like let's just go through a morning. So in the morning we wake up, she breastfeeds before we come downstairs, and for about 5 to 7 minutes, where she is able to get the milk out a lot faster than, you know, she used to be. Then she'll come down and we'll drink some water and have some breakfast. Whatever I'm eating, she pretty much eats. So I either chew it up and give it to her, which is like, I know it's, you know, I can give her her own foods, but she likes what I'm eating depending on what it is, like different meats and different breakfast foods that I can let her kind of try. She is 8 months, so she can pretty much try a lot of things that I am trying. For example, these are some of the pouches that she does. This one is apple, mango, and spinach. She likes this one a little bit. This was supposed to be her breakfast, and she kind of ate some of it. She likes the ones with oats in them, or like oatmeal, blueberries, and banana, or things like that. So she eats these a lot in the morning if she's hungry. And I try to give her her baby food before I give her any of my food, just to give her that option to actually eat it. My breastfeeding journey at the very beginning, so kind of going into like the 5 to 6 month mark, I did start to accumulate a lot of breast milk that I was collecting from the Haka, and that was my best friend. Haka is here, and as many moms know, this is a lifesaver, and it really was my lifesaver. It was one of those things where if I did not have the Haka, I probably would not have even been able to leave her with people or family. I wouldn't have been able to leave her with family when I had my first, you know, appointments, and I had to go out of the house for different things and errands and here and there as well. But I am so thankful for this Haka. Actually have 4 of them that I purchased because I was like, you know, I didn't want to wash them as much just all the time using this main one. But I will show you guys what I have left of my breast milk supply, and it was pretty useful. It was pretty useful. It is slowing down now because I don't really go too many places. Like, I really am with her almost 24/7, just to give you an idea for, you know, an exclusive breastfeeder. And it is not for the weak. This is not a sugar-coated video, but this is also not to discourage anyone to breastfeed. But like I said, she's in the babbling stage as well. Yeah. So it's not for the weak, but you can do it. It's one of those things, like, moms, if you're out here and you are needing that support, comment below and we can get through it together. Because like I said, I'm at the 8 month mark right now, but every day I tell my friends, I tell my family, every day is something new, and every day, you know, you have certain struggles you go through, like, oh my god, I just want to go by myself, I just want to do this. And her issue is, I've talked to her doctor, talked to many different people, her issue is she just loves me. Like, the combination of the not having a pacifier for her is such a big one for me. It's time for her nap as well, that's why she's really all over right now. But it's just the combination I feel like if she would have taken a pacifier, she definitely would be a little bit easier to, like, you know, lay in her own crib. I can lay her in her crib after I lay her down for a nap and just kind of leave out, but she does wake up within an hour, which is pretty good. Like, I'm actually happy about that. She does sleep with a hatch with white noise, and like a washer machine noise is on there, washer and dryer machine. So that's really helpful. At night, I do breastfeed her, like I nurse her to sleep. So I pretty much just turn and sideline feed her. But yeah, so we're making do, we're getting through. But I'm just gonna go ahead and jump in and show you what the rest of my breastfeeding, or the rest of my breast milk supply is like. So as you can see, I pretty much have a good amount of breast milk still here in different bags. We do have a deep freezer, so that is where these have been stored. It's kind of getting a little bit lower, but it's a lot for somebody who exclusively breastfeeds. So like I said, all of these came from the Haka. I really did not pump as much as I was supposed to pump. She was eating every probably 30 minutes to an hour. This was like a few months ago. She is now able to pretty much go a little bit longer. Maybe 2.5 hours is the most she'll go, but and maybe 3, 4 if I'm not here. So what I have been told by family is she plays this game when I am not here. She completely does not want the milk, and I know she's not hungry. That tells me you're not hungry when I am here. You're just feeding to, you're nursing to for comfort. And I'm not trying to play doctor, but I know my child, and I know that when she is feeding, I can tell when my forceful letdowns happen, and I can tell when she's really eating for hunger. So that's a big thing, and I'm just happy that, you know, she is eating with others in the family when they do watch her. So it just happens to be, I have to stay away for at least 3 to 4 hours, and then she'll start taking the bottle from them and go to sleep. The crying does happen a little bit, but once she realizes that I'm gone, it's just like, okay, mom is gone for a little bit and I have to take a bottle. So that's not horrible, but this is a ton of breast milk. So I'm kind of having to get in the process of using a bottle at night or something, because, you know, I still do have a lot of breast milk here that I don't want to get to that year mark and like not be able to use it. It does, I think it lasts, I'll insert this for sure, but I think it lasts 6 months in a regular freezer and a year, up to a year in a deep freezer. So I'm just trying to, you know, make sure none of my milk goes to waste. So because all the hard work behind this, I don't want it to go in the garbage. But, as you can see, she doesn't either, right? I really just made this video to document my journey and to let moms know out there that it is okay, you can do it, you can get past the tough days. I've had many tough days, many tough nights, many tough mornings where I just feel like I want to stop and go to formula, but to be quite honest, my journey, I just don't feel like it. I feel like it would be a little bit harder to go into formula right now, because my milk would then dry up, and then she's gonna be trying to get at me and pull at me eating because she's so clingy, but I won't have any milk because it'll have dried up. I can try some formula trying to get ready to wean her soon, but I do think that it's a process that I have to get myself mentally prepared for. And like I said, I have a 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old toddler who is also in the mix of me, you know, momming as well. So like I said, tips you guys have, comment below, please and thank you, and go ahead and subscribe so you can see more videos like this. Peace.